The Green Street Poltergeist, the mysterious story of the Hodgson family. It all began in 1977 when 11-year-old Janet Hodgson reported strange occurrences in her bedroom. She claimed that the bed she was sleeping on began to move by itself, and the doors opened and closed without any visible cause. It seemed as though there was someone else in the room with her, but no one was there. At first, the family didn't pay much attention to it, thinking it was just a child's imagination. But soon the strange events became more frequent and more disturbing. Objects began flying across the room and terrifying sounds echoed from the walls. Gradually, the poltergeist activity spread from Janet's room to other parts of the house. All family members began witnessing unexplained phenomena. Furniture moved on its own, objects flew through the air, and loud knocking and banging sounds came from the walls. It felt as though invisible forces were living in the house, and they could not be explained. The Hodgson family shared their story with neighbors, and before long it gained national attention. The house on Green Street attracted numerous researchers, journalists, and curious visitors, all eager to witness the paranormal activity with their own eyes. One of the most well-known paranormal investigators, Maurice Grosse, came to the house to study the events. He recorded dozens of strange incidents, but was unable to find a scientific explanation. On several occasions, when he asked questions aloud, he heard whispered responses coming from unseen sources. These events continued for several years, and the Hodgson story became one of the most mysterious in the history of paranormal research. Some believed it was a hoax or a prank, but many researchers and eyewitnesses remained convinced that it was a real poltergeist, a mysterious and elusive force capable of triggering unexplainable phenomena. To this day, the story of the Green Street house continues to intrigue and fascinate. Many researchers are still trying to uncover the truth behind the bizarre and unexplainable events. In the weeks following the first incidents, the events in the house intensified. Janet and her brother Johnny often woke up in the middle of the night, feeling as if someone were watching them. Janet reported hearing someone whisper her name and even saw a dark shadow standing silently in the corner of her room, a figure that would vanish instantly. One of the most widely discussed moments occurred during a television interview with Janet. A stationary camera, left alone in her bedroom, recorded Janet sitting on her bed when suddenly an invisible force seemed to lift her into the air and throw her back down. Some accused her of faking it, but no wires or props were visible, even in slow-motion replay. After numerous incidents, Janet's mother, Peggy, invited a local priest to bless the house. However, instead of calming things down, the activity became even worse. Paintings fell from the walls, doors slammed violently, and black liquid started oozing from the taps. The family eventually had to stay with neighbors, but the strange phenomena followed them there too. Maurice Grosse continued to investigate the events. He managed to record chilling audio tapes, most notably one featuring a deep, raspy voice speaking through Janet. The voice claimed to be Bill, a man who said he had once lived and died in the house. After checking local records, the investigators found that a man named Bill Wilkins had indeed died in the house, in the very same room. This discovery shocked the team. Janet had no way of knowing this information beforehand. It lent a new layer of authenticity to her experiences. Psychologists were brought in to test Janet's mental and emotional state. She underwent lie detector tests and passed all of them. Investigators installed hidden cameras, motion detectors, magnetic field sensors, and temperature gauges. They recorded sudden movements of objects, dramatic drops in room temperature, and unexplainable fluctuations in the magnetic field, often when no one was present. The evidence baffled even the most skeptical observers. Media coverage exploded. Photos of Janet levitating made front-page news. Some journalists claimed the family was faking it for attention, but the public fascination only grew. Tourists gathered outside the Green Street home, hoping to catch a glimpse of the supernatural. Even police officers reported seeing strange lights in the windows and ghostly figures on the roof. The Enfield poltergeist case, the events on Green Street, remains one of the most well-documented and controversial paranormal cases in history. It inspired countless documentaries, books, and even Hollywood films, most notably The Conjuring 2, which dramatized the case for a global audience. Though skeptics still debate its authenticity, many believe the Hodgson family truly experienced something beyond our current understanding. The Green Street poltergeist is more than just a ghost story. It is a case that was analyzed by scientists, studied by journalists, and followed by thousands. It remains unsolved. Whether it was a genuine haunting, psychological stress, or something else entirely, the truth remains locked behind the walls of that quiet suburban home. And so, the question lingers: what really happened at 284 Green Street?